monthly Minesweeper review for January 2026. It's the night of February 2nd in my time zone, so it's not too late. Uh, so this is the Minesweeper I played 67 hours. That seems quite low. Let's see, how does it compare to last month? 75. Okay, I was a little lower than last. Yeah, it's not as high. The hours aren't as many as they used to be, and that's fine. That's not necessarily a terrible thing considering how many hours it was before. Fewer hours is not necessarily the worst thing, and this month went so great for the first like 2/3 of it. Or well, yeah, it went so great. One thing to mention, intermediate. It's funny the winner rate's 80%, which is like very normal. But one thing that is not very normal is I had a PB intermediate win streak, and it was a really great one. 44, which is number is just tied for ninth all time on the leaderboard in intermediate win streak, which is crazy. And it just, of course, it's a win streak, right? It comes out of nowhere, and with intermediate, it is so much luck, and it just happened, and I got it, and that's cool. Is this PB from January too? No, it's not. Okay. So yeah, that was really cool to see that. Also, our no guessing was going well. Okay, yeah. I guess I should talk about the other things. PvP, I was dealing with issues with lag, so I stopped doing that. Beginner, I did play 8 meters because there were like leftover games from a quest from the final day. Technically, it was still 2025 in my time zone, so there you go. But I did play technically a few beginner games and custom games. I think at some point I went back and forth on whether I wanted to do that, but I ended up doing them. And this month I am going to be going back to doing beginner. I'm still not doing expert, but I'm going back to doing beginner. I'll do beginner, intermediate, custom, and no guessing. And I will not be doing no flags for any of those. And I will not be doing expert or PvP. Anyway. Oh yeah, and I'll be doing arenas, because the low level arenas are still fine even with a little lag. Anyway. Time for... Oh yeah, perfect medium no guessing, which is nice. And we'll actually talk about this evilizing loss when we get to hard no guessing. Yeah, I actually had a really bad month for medium no guessing last month, so it is nice to get that perfect, even though we shouldn't be losing very much. Okay, you'll see this is marked in red, and the reason it's marked in red is because for the first time, this loss was not my fault. You can see this is what shows up when you, yeah, this is a glitch. I did play like part of a game, and then it just wouldn't let me go back to the game. It just wouldn't load, and then yeah, because it's something weird with the server, and then yeah, because of that I could not, so that sucked. That is the way I lost my one evil game. However, you could absolutely argue that one was my fault, because I would already run into this situation with the hard game, and then I just played evil games because I wanted to play. And I really should have just been like, okay, I'm having issues, stop playing. That was the logical thing to do. But no, I kept playing with evil, and then I ran into... And then a few of the games actually worked fine, and then eventually I did run into the same issue with evil. So I would argue the evil one is my fault, but the hard one is not. Yeah, and right after that, I had like a million losses that were my fault, so that's fun. 5, not a million, but still, way more than I should, really. And so this is, I don't know how much my overall win rate for the month says, 97.6% about, because it was so bad towards the end. And I do have this in red here too, just because one of the losses wasn't my fault. But yeah, it was just really bad towards the end. It might have been in part a reaction to the loss that wasn't my fault, but like I still shouldn't be making these sorts of mistakes that I was making. And yeah, that was sad. But yeah, like I said, just is nice. The hard no guessing was going well, and the evil no guessing went well other than that, and the medium no guessing, like I said, a bad month for that last month, And actually, like I said, that intermediate win streak, which is huge and is, yeah. Technically, I'm not top 10 on the leaderboard because the leaderboard breaks ties with average time, and I'm the slowest in that of the three who are tied with me. So I'm technically 11th on the leaderboard. But I would say I'm tied for ninth because realistically, like, it's using time to break win streak is kind of silly. But whatever. Leaderboard says I'm 11th. I say I'm tied for ninth. And intermediate win streak, which was, yeah, that was cool. Yeah, ups and downs for no guessing, but yeah, that was January.